everybody. Good evening. What is going on? My name is Keith Gibson. I am the host of SPOMOTICS. That's SPOMOTICS. That's SPOMOTICS. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Just waiting for some people to get in here. We got some things we need to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about Upset Sunday again. There's more upsets today. Hopefully, there'll be an upset Monday tomorrow. Hopefully. All right? All right, let me just make sure everybody's in here. What's up, everybody? My name is Keith Gibson. Like I said before, host of SPOMOTICS. It's sports, movies, and politics. Just a little bit of politics, all right? You can always follow me on Twitter. And that's at SPOMOTICS77 on Twitter. You can also follow me on Facebook. You follow me on Facebook, and it's just SPOMOTICS. All right? SPOMOTICS. SPOMOTICS. All right. We're going to talk about this crazy weekend in the BCS also. And I have some surprises for my top 4 teams that should be in. Because I told you one team that wasn't going to make it. I told y'all. There was one team that shouldn't be there. And I'm glad they're not there anymore. All right? So we're going to talk about that too. And I'm excited about that. I cannot wait until Saturday. Hey, what's up, baby? I'm about to say good morning. Good evening. Anybody that's in the chat, if you could please just say what's up to me, please, just so I know everybody's here. Hey, what's up, Ma? Thank you. Just want to make sure everybody's in here. Anything that you want to talk about, you can chat. Just hit the chat. All right? We can have some discussions in here, all right? Got a lot of things to talk about with this BCS. Got a lot of things. We're also going to talk about the NBA. I'm going to give you my... Hey, what's up, baby girl? What is going on, China? Yes, everybody that's in here, I just want to make sure you guys are in here, all right? Because sometimes I can't see everybody who's in. And I just want to say hello to y'all and say what's up. So please, if you're in here, just say, hey, what's up, all right? Anything that you want to agree or disagree with, or if you just want to make a comment, please just make a comment on here. We're not going to be shy on here, all right? All right, cool. All right. We're also going to talk about my top 5 teams in the NBA right now, okay? It's going up and down for me for the NBA right now. There's a lot of good teams out here now, a lot of surprisingly good teams. And then there's a lot of teams who I thought were going to be good or not that great. But like I said, with the NBA, it's still early. And I don't really judge any teams until February. All right? But let's get into it. Let's get into it tonight. So I know last week we talked about Antonio Brown and him Antonio Brown and the fake COVID test. We don't know yet. We don't know anything about that. But as I was thinking about last week, about that Antonio Brown situation, I was just wondering, I was like, wow, how many other players are doing this? There's got to be a lot. There has to be a lot more, a lot of players that's doing this. Has to be more. It has to be more, man. And I was just reading some things yesterday, and it's going to become stricter, all right? It's going to be very strict. Hey, what's up, Vanessa? What's going on? What's going on, Vanessa? Even though Antonio Brown is out right now because he has some leg issues, so he's not gonna be playing on Monday. But man, there's a lot of decisions that the NFL is gonna have to make, and it's so easy for these NFL players just to go to their facility and just get the COVID shot. But right now, the NFL, they're going to do some investigating on a lot of players. And unfortunately, that's just a bad look for the NFL. It's a bad look for the NFL. And I just hope, like I said, I hope that Antonio Brown did the right thing. All right? All right, cool. So we had a lot of upsets today. I'm so confused with all these upsets. Like, I don't know. Are people just tired? Are the teams tired? Like I said before, all these teams that I'm thinking are the contenders are playing like pretenders. I don't know what's going on with Buffalo right now. Buffalo started out hot. I mean, well, first they lost to their first game. They lost their first game. Then they went on to win 4 straight. Now they are just struggling right now. All right? They're struggling. I don't know how you lose to Indianapolis. How do you lose to the Colts? Now, I know that the Colts are a good team, but to lose 41-15, you can't do that. You cannot lose to Indianapolis 41-15. Something is going wrong. Something is going on with the Bills. And let me tell you what, Bills. Guess there's a team that's coming for y'all, and it's the New England Patriots. All right? The New England Patriots look good. Bill Belichick got them boys looking good. The rookie Mac Jones is on fire. All right? You don't sleep on the Patriots. The Patriots, like I said before, they are going to go to the playoffs. Now, will they make some noise in the playoffs? I believe so. Will they make it to the conference championship? No, I don't think they'll make it to the championship. But I think they will make some noise in that playoffs if they make the wild card. And I was talking about wild card. They might win the division. They're only a game out now. They're a game out. And guess what? They still got 2 games to play against the Bills. It's going to be interesting, man. I'm excited about that. And you know, if you know me, I am not a Patriots fan. All right? I don't really get along with any team that's from New England. All right? Or Boston. I don't like the Celtics. All right? I don't like Boston Celtics. I don't like the Bruins. I don't like New England Patriots. All right? That's nothing new. All right? But they look good. The Patriots are looking good. Bill Belichick got that defense looking good. They just pitched a shutout on Thursday. Everybody was sleeping on the Patriots. Everybody was sleeping on the Patriots. I know I was. I didn't think they were going to be that good with a rookie quarterback. All right? With Mac Jones. And then after they cut Cam Newton, I was like, well, they're done. All right? I thought they would win at least 4 or 5 games. But I was wrong. Can't sleep on Bill Belichick. Cannot sleep on Bill Belichick. Because like I said before, Bill Belichick got them boys playing ball. All right? So that's that. Another upset that happened today. And I'm confused about it, man. Like, these teams are just not playing well right now. Now, you look at the Houston Texans, all right? Now, you know the Houston Texans had those legal issues and those problems with their star quarterback didn't want to play there anymore. And they're thinking about trading him, but they're not going to trade him yet. Texans were 1-7. They played the Tennessee Titans today. The Titans were 8-2. I mean, the Titans were beating everybody. Now, the Titans, they lost their star player in Derrick Henry, their running back, the big horse. All right? They should still beat they should still beat the Houston Texans, all right? They lost to the Texans 22-13. They only scored 13 points on the Houston Texans. There's some issues going on in the NFL. I can't put my finger on it. Hey, what's up, Uncle Gene? What's going on, Uncle Gene? Oh, wow. Thank you for tuning in, Uncle Gene. I appreciate that. And please hit that subscribe button, please, Uncle Gene. Wow, it's good seeing you. Good seeing you. Wow, that's what's up. My Uncle Gene's on here. That's what's up. So yeah, there are a lot of upsets in the NFL, and it's late in the season. All right, we should already know who the contenders are. Now, right now, I'm looking at this Chiefs team. All right, everybody was talking bad about the Chiefs. Everybody was saying, "Oh, the Chiefs this, the Chiefs are horrible. Mahomes, he's just not the same anymore," and blah blah blah. I was saying the same thing. I was like, they don't look the same. I like maybe that after that Super Bowl loss, everybody kind of got a game plan for them now. They're beating Dallas right now. Now, to me, this is not an upset. It's not an upset. Now, yes, the Cowboys are a good team. They're much better than last year. But were we hyping them up too soon? Because these past 2 to 3 games, the past 3 games, last week they beat a bad Atlanta Falcons team. Then they got blown out by the Denver Broncos. And now today, they're not going to win this game unless a miracle happens. They will not win this game. So what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys now? Like, the Dallas Cowboys are not the same team. All these teams are just, I don't know, it's getting too late in the season to have all these little upsets. Now, Dallas is better than 9 points. That offense is better than 9 points. You can say whatever you want to say about the Cowboys. You can not like them. You can hate them. But you got to respect this team because this is a good team. They got a solid running back. They have a solid quarterback in Dak. They have a great wide receiver core. All right? They should not have 9 points right now in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game. I don't know what these teams are doing right now. I don't know. That's why I love the NFL, because you don't know who's going to win. It's any given Sunday. You don't know who's going to the Super Bowl. We had Kansas City left for dead. They're back in first place. Last week, they sealed it against the Raiders when they blew the Raiders out. Baby Goat had 5 touchdown passes. It's like, you just don't know. You don't know who's going to win the NFL. Oh, my goodness. What was that? That was great. That was a great play by Kansas City. Not giving them field position, getting into field goal mode, and then punting it. That's a smart play. That's a championship play right there. Now Dallas is at the 2-yard line now. That's a beautiful play. That's great coaching. That's why the Kansas City Chiefs are always going to be favorites, because their coaching, their players. Andy Reid is great. They have a great defensive coordinator in Spags, who used to coach the Giants. Their defensive coordinator. Kansas City Chiefs is back. They're back. All right. Now, last week I was all big on the Rams. I don't know what's going on with the Rams. I think that after this bye week, the Rams will be back. because the Rams looked bad last Sunday, and I picked the Rams to win that game, and they looked horrible. They looked horrible against the 49ers. But it's all these upsets. Look at Green Bay. I mean, they lose to the Vikings. Now, the Vikings aren't horrible. The Vikings aren't horrible, all right? But they're not the Packers. Like, who wants to be number one in the East? Who wants to be number one in the East? Who knew the Chiefs could play defense? Hey, we knew who can. They knew he could play defense. We knew, but it was just that they were just slowly. And then this was the thing with the Chiefs. Their offense was so slow. Their offense wasn't getting any plays. Mahomes was throwing interceptions. So the defense had a short field. They had to play on a short field. So it's hard to win like that. But this defense has stepped up now. The defense is back. And remember, when they won their first Super Bowl a couple of years ago, the defense started off slow. But then that defense caught fire. After their bye week, their defense caught fire. And I think this is what's going on now because they look good. They're holding Cowboys to 9 points. So, yeah, but you're absolutely right. It is a week-to-week lead, and that's how it is. Cowboys are my team, especially when they defeat those Skins. Oh, I know. But remember, they're not the Skins anymore. They're not the Redskins anymore. They are the Washington football team, a.k.a. they're the team with no name. They're the no-name team. But they won today. They won 2 straight. All right? So they're looking all right. They're looking good. They're looking like they're back into things. Now, of course, they play Carolina. Not saying that Carolina is a bad team, but, they're not a great team. They're okay, all right? But now with Cam back, they look much better. And McCaffrey back, they can run the ball. I mean, Carolina is back too. But they better, right now, out of last week, they were in the playoff. They had the wild card spot. But after today, I don't think they have it right now. I want to say that the Vikings have it, but I'll check on that. But yeah, I mean, all these upsets, the Packers should not lose to the Vikings. They should not lose to the Vikings, all right? Who's going to get this number 1 seed? Oh, Chris Jones, man. You're absolutely right about that. That does help a lot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they missed him. And now a healthy Chris Jones, I mean, hey. So who's going to be the number 1 seed? Who is going to be the number 1 seed in the East? Because every time we think that somebody, like we thought Arizona was going to be the number 1 seed, and they start getting blown out. But they're back. They beat the Seahawks today. So they're still the number 1 seed right now. They're 8-2. And since the Packers lost and they're 8-3, I mean, so you got the Cowboys. They'll get their 3rd L today. You have the Cardinals, who they only have 2 losses. You got the Packers. They have 3 losses now. I don't know what's going on with the Saints. I mean, I know what's going on with the Saints. The Saints don't have a quarterback. Simeon is not getting it. And why they didn't go after Cam Newton? Who knows why they didn't go after Cam Newton? I'm still confused about that. So last week, my picks were horrible. All right? They were horrible. Like, all these upsets just messed my squads up. This week, so far, I'm at 9 wins right now. All right? Out of 13 games, I'm at 9 wins. All right? So it's much better than last week. But still, these upsets are killing me. I'm supposed to be undefeated. I'm not supposed to have any L's, man. But I guess this is how it goes sometime, all right? Now I'm going to switch things up. I don't talk about the NFL anymore. We're going to get into these college rankings. And why do I have a smile on my face? You want to know why I have a smile on my face? Because I don't have to talk about the Oregon Ducks being in the playoffs anymore. Why were the Oregon Ducks in the playoffs? Who knows? I have no idea why the Oregon Ducks were in the playoffs. Oregon Ducks, yes, I get it. They only lost one game before yesterday's blowout to Utah. And let me tell you something about Utah, all right? Utah is a tough team, all right? They're very tough, especially when they play Oregon. The matchups that Utah had, I knew it would mess with Oregon, all right? Now, did I know that Utah was going to blow them out like that? No. I had no idea that they were going to blow them out. I didn't think it was going to be a blowout. I thought it was going to be a competitive game, but I just thought that Utah would have the edge and they would beat them. I thought they would beat them by at least, by 7, Hold on. I'm sorry. I know we were just talking about college. Let me put this on. Let me spotlight this. Dave, is this what you just said? Is this going to be the Super Bowl, Dave? Dave, did you just say Arizona in the NFC and Patrick Mahomes, baby GOAT, and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl? I like the sound of that. But guess what? It's not going to happen. But I do like the sound of it. Look, and they just sealed the game with an interception. I love it. That was good defense. This was a good game. This was a nice defensive game today. That was a good game today. But yeah, okay. I see you. Arizona and Kansas City. I mean, look. 4 weeks ago, if you would have said that, I would have been like, Kansas City? Yeah, right. But Arizona, I would agree with you. I would agree with you with Arizona. But not right now. I can't do Arizona right now. I still gotta watch KC because KC is the stronger team now. I mean, they're hot right now. And with the Titans losing today, who knows who's coming out the AFC? So I don't know yet, man. I don't know about the Chiefs. I mean, I know they're playing great now, but it's just any given Sunday. Just like you said, it's week to week. So who knows, man? And then you can't. Look, you said Arizona. Now, I know Tom Terrific and them is still in the equation. I forgot to say Tampa. Tampa's still in it, too. We'll see if they bounce back against the Giants tomorrow, though, against my Giants, all right? But, yeah, Oregon was in because they beat Ohio State. But, and that is true, but they shouldn't have been that high. And they played an Ohio State team, like, at the beginning of the season. They played this Ohio State team at the beginning of the season. They weren't ready for that. But let me tell you what. Speaking of Ohio State, did anybody see the whooping that they put up on Michigan State? Did they whoop up on Michigan State? Ho ho! Now, let me give you the BCS top 4. All right, that they have. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you the top 7. All right, top 6. I'll give you the top 6. We have Georgia at number 1, clear-cut favorite, and then number 2 they got Alabama. But boy, on Saturday, you got number 1 versus number 2 for the SEC championship. Man, this game right here is going to open a lot of – now, you thought that Ohio State game was going to open some doors. You thought that Oregon-Utah game with Oregon losing was going to open some doors. Oh, ho, ho. This Georgia-Alabama game at 4 o'clock on this SEC championship game. This is the BCS championship game right here. All right? Well, let me pump my brakes. Let me pump the brakes. No. I would love to see Georgia versus Ohio State in the championship game. Look, Alabama, y'all cool and everything. I will see y'all versus Georgia on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Look, if you're not into college football, if you don't really care for college football, this game right here on Saturday at 4 o'clock on CBS will change your mind. This is the conference championship. You know, each college, they're going to have a conference championship. Well, not all of them, but, you know, most of these, they'll have a college championship, all right? A conference championship. This is the greatest conference right now in the world, all right? In college football. Georgia versus Alabama in the SEC championship game. I'm sorry. It's not this Saturday. It's the following Saturday. All right. But this Georgia-Alabama, this SEC championship game, I mean, you're going to have defense, for the number one defense versus this Alabama offense. I mean, the quarterback from Alabama just threw for, 580 yards or something like that yesterday? Oh, I cannot wait to see that in 2 weeks. Now, I know I'm getting ahead. I know that the rivalry games, all right, are next week. So you're going to have Georgia versus Georgia Tech. You're going to have Alabama versus Auburn, Oregon versus Oregon State. But another game that can open some doors for a lot of teams is this Ohio State versus Michigan game. Who thought that Michigan was going to get – oh, what's up, B? What's going on? Roll Tide roll. Hey, they rolled yesterday. I ain't going to lie about that. Them boys look good yesterday, man. Against Arkansas? Oh, man. Look, this Ohio State-Michigan game, because if Michigan beats Ohio State, which I don't think they will, but if they do, Cincinnati is not getting in this thing. Cincinnati. Let me finish my top 7. All right, it's Georgia at number 1, Alabama at number 2, Oregon was at number 3, Ohio State at number 4. They got Cincinnati at number 5, Michigan at number 6, and they had Michigan State at number 7. Well, Michigan State is out of it. They're not going to make it. They're done. All right. So right now you got the top 6. You got Georgia, Alabama. Oregon is done. All right. Oregon is done. Oh, Dave, I'm sorry. I forgot that's your squad. Oh, man. My son is an Ohio State fan, and oh, my God, he was loving it. He kept telling me what the score was. I was like, wow, they scored again? It's 49-0. Goodness gracious. Hey, I'm sorry, Dave. Yeah, they had their chance. They had their chance. Michigan's going to get rolled up as usual. Yeah, look, Harbaugh, I mean, he doesn't get his teams ready for these big games, man. It's kind of like how Penn State was now. Penn State had so many chances, but that coach, I mean, after the coach from Penn State, after they started having those rumors about him going to USC, to University of Southern Cal, they started losing, man. They started struggling. So, Penn State lost to Illinois in 9 overtimes, something like that. I don't know, man. But you're absolutely right. I know that Michigan will not beat Ohio State. Not this year. Not this year. But let me tell you something. With Oregon losing, should that put Cincinnati in the top 4 of the BCS? Does anybody think Cincinnati should be top 4 in the country? Here's my answer. And if you've been watching this show, you already know what my answer is. No, they shouldn't. Cincinnati should not be even close to this top 4 ranking. Just imagine if Cincinnati goes up against Georgia. Just imagine if Georgia's number 1.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
Yeah, that's what I said, Siri.
What you said?
Siri, I'll repeat it, but I need you to stop talking to me. Siri, where you come from, man? I didn't call you. Siri just coming out here talking? Goodness gracious, stop. All right. What was I saying before Siri rudely interrupted me? Man, Cincinnati against Georgia, could you imagine what that score would be? What up, Donnie? What's going on, Donnie? Yes, Cincinnati should play somebody. What up, Todd? What's going on? What's going on, fellas? Yeah, Cincinnati should play somebody. Look, I mean, I know I'm talking bad about Cincinnati, right? And I don't mean to talk bad about them because I know them young boys. I mean, they had a good season, but you can't be in the top 4 and beat Miami of Ohio, Murray State, Indiana. Yeah, you beat Notre Dame. You can't get in if you beat Temple, UCF. You only beat Navy by 7. You beat Tulane and Tulsa and South Florida and SMU. You cannot get in here. And then next week, you have a hard game against East Carolina. There's no way. They might lose to Houston. I agree. Because Houston is tough for them in that championship game. I agree. But Cincinnati should not be in the top 4. And I'm sorry. Look, if I know everybody be like, a lot of Cincinnati fans, they'd be like, hey, man, we beat everybody that's in front of us. Yeah, but who are they? Look, if you want to step up, if you want to play with these big boys, then move to a different conference. Get that money, pay to get into another conference. And then we'll be like, oh, look who Cincinnati's playing. Oh, man, wow, okay. But not right now. You can't be in the top 4 in that conference. Not when you have Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan. Can Notre Dame sneak in here? Can Notre Dame sneak in this playoff? Let's just think of a scenario, all right? Let's say Georgia beats Alabama. All right? If Georgia beats Alabama, then Alabama would have to be out, right? It's hard. Because I don't think you have if you have 2, look, you have 2 losses, right? I don't see a 2-loss team getting in this playoff, even if you're Alabama. But could Notre Dame get in there? And would their fans even want them in? Because after last year, nobody wants to see Notre Dame in there. ACC schedule is very weak. Without a strong Clemson, I mean, look, they had Wake Forest. Wake Forest was like Wake Forest. You had Virginia. I think Notre Dame is the only ACC team that is ranked. I mean, Wake Forest was top 10, but they blew it. You can't lose to Clemson. You can't lose to Clemson this year. You can't lose to Clemson this year and think you're going to do something. It's not possible. All right, so Michigan State is out. Oregon is out. So is Cincinnati going to get in if Michigan beats Ohio State? Now, I know that they're not going to get in if if Alabama beats Georgia. Because if Alabama beats Georgia, this is how they're going to rank it. They're going to have Alabama at number 1, back at number 1, and they'll have Georgia like number 4, maybe. Maybe they'll put them at 2. I don't know how they'll do it. I know they want to see Georgia versus Alabama in the BCS championship. I know they want to see that. I get it. But if Georgia loses to Alabama, I mean, they'll put them at number 2. Because they don't want Alabama to play Georgia unless it's for the championship. But Cincinnati and then Michigan, look, after last night, after watching Ohio State beat up on Michigan State, Ohio State has to be number 2, right? Ohio State has to jump from number 4 to number 2. They have to. Alabama played Arkansas yesterday. Ohio State looks great. You got to put Ohio State at number 2. You have to. Bama 1, Georgia 3 if they beat Georgia. Okay. Or 3. I can see that. I can see them at number 3. And then I would put Ohio State at number 2. I mean, I think on Tuesday, they should put Ohio State at number 2. Ohio State is good, man. Ohio State is really, really good. I mean, I know they struggled at the beginning. They had a new quarterback. He was still learning the system. But they look good. Hey, Dave, I'm just looking at the highlights of this Bills and Colts game, and you had a bad weekend. My brother, you had a bad weekend. You had Michigan State getting blown out, and then you got the Bills getting blown out by Indy, which shouldn't have happened. Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. That's crazy. But yeah, so Cincinnati's not getting in this BCS. They can't. All right? They can't. If Cincinnati gets in, I'm going to be upset. Now, they're probably going to put them in on Tuesday. But if they put them in on Tuesday, they can't just knock them out. You know what I'm saying? They can't put them in there. It should be Georgia, Alabama. I'm sorry. It should be Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, and Michigan if they win. And Michigan if they beat Ohio State. Oh, I don't know. Because if they beat Ohio State, then Ohio State won't be number 2. But that's why I love the BCS. Because these games count. These games count. Like, these boys are playing their hearts out for this ranking. And only 4 teams can win the national championship, can have the chance to win the national championship. So you got Georgia, Alabama, Oregon, and Ohio State right now. But it'll change on Tuesday. So let me give you my top 4 of who I think they're gonna put in. And if you agree, or if you got a ranking, then let me know your ranking, all right? So of course I got number 1, Georgia. That hasn't changed. Number 2, I have Ohio State at number 2. Number 3, I have Alabama. And number 4, after beating Maryland, they're going to put Cincinnati, but I want to put Michigan in there, in the Big Ten. I want to put Michigan in there in the Big Ten, all right? But I know that Michigan lost to Michigan State. Like, I know this. But Michigan, they did beat it's hard for them too, man. They beat Penn State, but Penn State wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? Penn State wasn't really good. They beat Wisconsin, which is a good team. Wisconsin is a good, strong team. I don't know, man. Big Ten is just the Big Ten is just. Cause I mean, look, they play Western Michigan, Washington, North Illinois, Rutgers. They beat Northwestern. They beat Indiana, Penn State, and they just punished Maryland. So this is their game right here. This is to see on Saturday against Ohio State. This will see who'll get in. You think Georgia should be number one, right? Oh, yeah. No. You're right. Yes. Georgia should be number one. Yes. But I think Ohio State should be number two, man. All right. Well, I guess we're going to see on Tuesday how they're going to do it. I know they're going to put Cincinnati in there. I just know they are, man. Cincinnati should be like 10. Like, no disrespect. I know y'all undefeated, but they should be like 10. You didn't play anybody. All right? All right, everybody. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to go to the NBA now, all right? NBA is going to be, this playoff is going to be fun, all right? I'm going to give you my top 5 teams in the NBA, all right? This is my top 5 in the NBA, all right? And I'm going to start with number 5. I have Charlotte. I got the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets at number 5, all right? They beat my Knicks. They beat the Warriors. And they stopped a 5-game win streak with the Wizards. Because the Wizards were on a 5-game winning streak. And they beat the Wizards. That's my top 5, all right? They play good defense. This Charlotte team plays good defense, all right? They're 10-8. They play good defense. Not only do they play good defense, y'all, but they have a balanced attack on offense. I don't know where this ball brother came from, where LaMelo came from. At first, I was like, oh, he's just hype. Then before his rookie year, I was like, oh, why they hyping this boy up? Yo, LaMelo can ball, okay? No pun intended. LaMelo Ball can ball. He is great. He is a great offensive threat. I mean, he spreads the ball. Last week he almost averaged a triple-double. Averaged almost a triple-double last week. He played some good teams, all right? He played my Knicks, which the Knicks are much better. He beat a great Warriors team. And he beat a very good Wizards team, all right? So that's my number 5. Number 4. And if you agree with me. If you don't, let me know who you think should be your top 5. But here's my number 4, all right? It's the Miami Heat. I'm going to put the Miami Heat, all right? Now, I know they lost to the Clippers, right? But that was without Jimmy Butler. So I'm not gonna put it because Jimmy Butler is the heart of that squad. All right. But I'm talking about like the overall. I mean, you got Bam, you got Kyle Lowry, you got Tyler Hero. I mean, they have a good squad, very good squad. All right. That's why they're my number 4. And your boy Hero, I mean, he's averaging about, 23, 24 points a game? Look, I know nobody's watching the NBA, and I don't watch it until February. I mean, I do watch, like I'm watching, but I'm not really into it until February. But these are the teams right now that just caught my eye. Number 3. Yeah, this is hard for my number 3, man. It's tough. But I'm going to go with the Nets. I'm going to go with Brooklyn. Jay, you said the Heat, huh? No, they're not number 1 yet. They're number one in your heart, though. But they're not number one yet, Jake. But because we already know who number one is. I think everybody has a feeling who number one is. But number 3 right now is the Nets. All right. They've been playing without Joe Harris, but they got Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant had a bad game. Not a bad game. I guess for him, that fourth quarter against the Warriors, it was bad. It was bad. He was rushing shots. He was trying to match Steph. That's exactly what it was, because Steph was on fire with his 9 3-pointers. He was on fire. I mean, he was shooting from the logo. He was shooting from everywhere. All right. I mean, and I think Durant try to match him point for point, you know. So I got the Nets at number 3. Patty Mills, he was on fire last week. I mean, last week he was shooting like 48%, like 3-pointers. Like, he was on fire. They need Patty Mills. That's a good pickup by the Nets. It would have been even stronger if they had Uncle Drew, Kyrie. But, you know, Kyrie dealing with that situation with him. So, you know. Number two is a good pick because the Suns, Phoenix Suns. I thought that the Phoenix Suns, after they lost in the finals to the Bucks, I thought that the Suns were just going to be done. I thought the Suns were going to be done, everybody. I'm not going to lie to you. But, man, DeAndre Ayton, I know I spelled his name wrong. DeAndre Ayton and JaVale McGee. Look, with that squad right there, with just those two, they help Devin Booker. They help Devin Booker. They help Chris Paul a lot. I mean, getting rebounds. I mean, those are your big boys. They're getting rebounds. They're playing defense. They're 12-3. This Phoenix team is 12-3. And they're going to be scary. They're going to be scary in the playoffs. All right? And everybody know who the number 1 team is. Everybody know who's number 1. Excuse me. I lost my voice again last week at Cam's championship game, man. So excuse me. Everybody knows who's number 1. Surprisingly, Phoenix is looking good, Jake. They really are. And this was hard for me to do. And I know that I picked this team number 1 because of one person. But I know it's not just one person, but Steph Curry. Steph Curry looking like Steph Curry from 6 years ago. Rockets number 1. Yeah, they're gonna have the number 1 pick this year. Oh, Rockets are terrible. My Knicks beat them last night, and I was like, they should have beat them by 30, but a win is a win. So, but yeah, the Warriors. They beat a good Bulls team this year. They lost to the Hornets. The Bulls are good, though. But, man, the Warriors put it on the Bulls, man. They put it on the Bulls. I mean, Steph Curry. Let me tell you what Steph Curry, I wrote it down. Let me tell you what Steph Curry, he had 37 points at the Barclays Center, right, against the Nets. He's averaging 33 points a game, 6, I'm going to round it out. He's averaging 34 points a game. He's averaging 7 assists a game. And he averaged 6 rebounds a game this week. And he was shooting from 48% three-pointers. 48%, the boy wasn't missing. If Steph is great, the Warriors are going to be great. All their role players are going to play their role. You got a great coach over there with Kerr. Draymond Green still doing garbage buckets. He's still getting his rebounds, defense, bullying people. That's what Draymond, that's the enforcer right there. I mean, this team, if they stay healthy, just think. They don't even have Wiseman is hurt and Klay Thompson is hurt. Do you know who is such a good player on the Warriors? Is Gary Payton Jr. Gary Payton Jr. Where did this young man come from? Huh? I mean, Gary Payton Jr., his defensive presence, man, I really hope that Gary Payton Jr., I mean, just like his dad, Gary Payton, right? The glove. I mean, Gary Payton Jr. is, what do you call him? Gary Payton Jr., Gary Payton II. I don't know what you want to call him. But he can play some defense, man. All right? Just like his dad. So that's my top five. That's my top five, everybody, man. Top five of the Hornets. I got the Heat, the Nets, the Phoenix Suns, and the Golden State Warriors. All right? Everybody, I appreciate everybody that comes out here. I appreciate the chats and everything, so thank y'all for that. Please, everybody, this is going to be the show for tonight. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, okay? Thursdays, y'all know I do my SPOMOTICS Spotlight Kid of the Week. If you have somebody in mind, please inbox me, text me. I'm going to put them on the show. I'm going to spotlight them. I'm going to put them on my Facebook page. I'm going to put them on my Twitter page. All right, I'm going to put them on my Instagram pages. I have 2 Instagram pages. I have 2 Facebook pages. So please let me know if you have a Spomotic Kid of the Week, all right? And I promise you, I'm going to put them on there. And what I'm going to start doing, because I know that my show is at 7 o'clock and it's late sometimes, so I don't know. But what I wanted to do is start interviewing them, interviewing the Spotlight Kids of the Week. And I'm also going to start interviewing you guys while I'm on here too. Not interviewing, but put you on here so you can talk, all right? So I'm going to put you on the screen so everybody can see you, all right? So I'm going to start doing that soon, all right? I just got to wait for this, wait to get more people on here, and I'm definitely going to start doing that. And we're going to have fun with that, all right? We have a lot of new things coming up. This is my Spomotics. I don't know if anybody can see it on here, but this is my Spomotics shirt right here. We got a hoodie, got some shirts. My cousin, she works on that for me. I'm gonna put her link in the chat too. So she really hooks me up, man. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Trina. If you listen, thank you for that. All right, cool. Fight, ESPN update. The fight from last night? Yeah, fight, ESPN update. Now you got me going to ESPN. There was an update? Oh, I don't know. I don't see it. But look, y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Oh, LeBron got ejected? Of course he did. I wouldn't want to play for that team either. I would get ejected every night. I feel bad for LeBron, man. LeBron's just frustrated. He's getting older. He's injured. His team's not looking good. This team should be much better on paper. I mean, they should be much better. Oh, my goodness. They're losing to the Pistons by 15. The Pistons are beating the Lakers by 15. Look, I'm gonna tell you this right now, all right? And just listen to everything that I say, all right? If the Lakers lose this game to the Pistons, you're gonna hear about some trades, you're gonna hear about some cuts. I promise you. Donovan, look, I always call LeBron, that's the GM. That's the GM right there. Yeah, this squad would have been great 10 years ago. They might have beaten that Jordan, that Bulls record. Or I'm sorry, that Golden State record. They would have lost 5 games if this was 10 years ago. But this squad is bad. This squad is old. This squad cannot run with them young boys. Cannot run with them. They can't run for them. And goodness gracious, they're up 17 against the Lakers in the third quarter. 14 seconds left. But yeah, everybody, look, I appreciate you guys coming in and joining me. Look, I'm getting started. This is episode 23 already. This is episode 23. I have a lot of things in the works. I got some big interviews that's coming up. There's some places that I'm going, and I'm a bring the show there to different states, different countries. Like, we're gonna do some big things, and I'm so excited for the future. All right, and I appreciate you guys hanging in there and coming on there every Sunday with me and every Thursday. So every Sunday and Thursday, I'm on here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so thank you for that. Everybody knows that watches the show. My wife she sells Paparazzi Jewelry. All right, Paparazzi Jewelry is the $5 jewelry. It's lead and nickel free. Anytime that you buy a necklace, it comes with the matching earrings. All right, so go check out her site. It's called DoTheRightBling.com. DoTheRightBling.com, all right? So y'all go check her out, and she goes live. I think she goes live sometimes she changed her schedule. I know last week she did it all week. But just check her out. I'm going to put it on my page so you can check her live out, all right? But, hey, thank you, Chad. I appreciate that. B, I appreciate that. Thank you. Baby girl, thank you. I appreciate that. Jacob, thank you for that. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for coming in, all right? All right, so that's the show for tonight. Remember, if you got a kid, if you got a child that plays a sport, and like I said, I don't care what sport. If they play basketball, football, baseball, soccer, hockey, water polo, tag, I don't care. Oh, LeBron was in a fight? Oh my goodness. Now I gotta get out and watch this now. Oh my goodness. Oh, man. Woo! He's frustrated, y'all. He's frustrated. And maybe this fight will spark his squad up. All right? We'll see. But that's the show for tonight. I love you guys. See you guys on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Talk to y'all later. Peace.